Hello and welcome to GBR. Today you find us racing with the guys from the MRC in the GT3 World Series. This is Lobby 1, round 9, sprint and feature, and as you can see we are at Monza for the sprint, and after 10 minutes of qualifying, Judge has put it on pole in the Dodge. In second place is Hero in the BMW. In third place we have Leeds in the Jag. In fourth place we have Fat Pickles in the Dodge. So the Dodge is doing well, obviously a high speed circuit. In fifth we have JRC in the Subaru, complaining about top end speed and puts it in fifth. In sixth place we have Golden Brownie in the Aston Martin. In seventh we have Midnight in the Honda. In eighth place we have Mocking in the BMW. In ninth we have Fubuki in the Honda. 10th place is Baza in the Aston Martin. In 11th place we have the Turd himself, James in the Merc, and in 12th place we have Anime Brucey in the other Merc. So only 12 for this round, and we'll jump up to the front and get these guys underway for 20 minutes at Monza. So fast paced for this one, and lights are out, and Judge there, he's got a lightning start off the line there. He's already pulled a little bit of a gap over Hero as we're heading down towards the first chicane. Hero has been overtaken by Golden Brownie. He gets reset. That's lucky. He looked like he was going to take out Fat Pickles, but luckily avoiding action there, and he was clear. But Hero down to fourth place. The two Dodges up at the front. Leeds in third place. JRC in fifth. Mocking sixth. Fighting with Midnight and Baza here as we're coming into the second chicane. And looks like Mocking, I thought he was going to hold off Midnight, but Midnight gets it around the outside there into sixth. He's going to be again on the inside as we're coming into first of these right-handers. My brain has disappeared and I can't remember what these corners are called. Baza there in 8th, Fubuki in 9th place, James in 10th, Brucey in 11th, Golden Brownie there at the back after that reset he had at turn 1. But Judge and Pickles, the two Dodges, making a early charge out at the front here. Will they work together as teammates, or will they start to fight? Probably too early on in the race to start fighting, but Leeds there under attack from Hero behind, but Hero not close enough into Parabolica for the move there. Jersey, it looks like we're a little bit wide there, but gathered it himself back up. Midnight there in 6th, holding off Mocking in 7th, and Baza there in 8th. Don't know why I'm Hero Midnight there was flashing, not too sure. Fubuki there, he's still got James and Brucey behind him. Golden Brownie's caught up to the back of them as well as we're coming into the chicane for the first time. Judge there still ahead of Pickles. Scott's gone in deep, it looked like there. There it is, Fubuki. Looks like Golden Brownie might have had a little tag between the two of them. As we'll go and chase cam and look behind. Yeah, seeing the Golden Brownie is waiting. Just a slight overspeed there from Golden Brownie. That sent Fubuki through the barriers, and then he gets reset. It's unlucky for Fubuki there. Golden Brownie not having the greatest of starts in this one. But Judge still leads the way ahead of his teammate in second place. Leads there. Looks like he's caught up the gap to Fat Pickle, so Jag probably better on the brakes and cornering, but with it being such a high speed circuit, we can't do anything about them two up in front with their top end speed. And Hiragram there, it's like he's trying to factor a move to get past Leeds, but just can't seem to do it at the moment. JRC in 5th place, looks like he's been caught on, nope he hasn't. Mocking is still a bit of a gap between JRC and Mocking. Bazza there, he's where was Midnight gone? Midnight was it was Midnight that was close to Mocking. Oh, but he's, did he just get on the power too early, or was it touch over grass? So he's right there. Same camera angle again. Kick of the gravel. I missed the gravel being kicked up, and that's spent Midnight spinning round. Lucky for the ghosting there was his teammate went through him. But Midnight at the back now, so he's now dropped off from Mocking, which has released Bazza a little bit in 7th place now. See if he can work his way up to the rear end of that Beamer in front. The Turd in 8th place, doing well in the Mercedes. Obviously I think because obviously a few guys have had a few little mistakes, but still keeping with the guys in front that haven't made mistakes at the moment. For Turd and Anime, that's their new nicknames they're going to be for this race. Luki there in 10th place, I'm saying unlucky with the contact with Golden Brownie through turn 1. Midnight's picked up a half-second penalty in doing so of crashing as well, it looks like. But back to the front, this is where the action mainly is. These front four with JRC at about a barge pole's length behind in 5th place. Pickles there, he's going to be under threat from Leeds as we're coming up to the 2nd chicane. Leeds can't do anything about it because Fat Pickles nicely defends off into the 2nd chicane up towards these two right-handers. There's Mo 1, there's Mo 2. My brain has now finally worked. I remembered what they're called. So yeah, through Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2 for the 3rd time of asking. It's got a nice little gap as judge over his teammate, who has got pressure from Leeds and Hirokram behind as we're coming up to Ascari. Leeds a lot earlier on the brakes than Pickles was, probably unsighted himself as we were coming into it. Has just dropped him a little bit back from Fat Pickles, which is obviously not what you want to have when you're behind a Dodge on a straight, because he will just keep pulling away no matter what slipstream you've got. But they're keeping it nice and tidy at the moment, are these four. Just have a look through, see if there's any other battles going on. Bazza and Anime are coming up together, and looks like the Turd has had an issue on that lap. 51.9. Not really sure why he's dropped off so far from his teammate, but he's got past Fabuki into the 1st chicane. So back to 9th for the Turd. Golden Runny there with a half-second, and Midnight in 12th place. Keep an eye on the timing screen on the left. See between the battles of Bazza and Brucey, but Pickles has picked up a half-second penalty. That's not really good for him with Leeds and Hirokram so close behind, because he probably will lose potentially both spots. Oh, JRC, is he done the same as what Midnight done coming out of Lesmo 2? Let's stay with him and see what he does. If he gets on the gravel, it will be the same, just didn't oh no, just on the green stuff. Luckily the barrier saved him a little bit there, but that's now allowed the front four to really have a decent gap to Mocking now in 5th place. They're already through, coming through Ascari, and Mocking there. Yeah, he's about pretty much most of Ascari behind the 4 in front. Pazza there, he's got JRC in front and Anime, Turd and Fubuki behind him. So Pazza there kind of leading the way for this next group of 4. But yeah, Fat Pickles, he did lose both spots through that half-second penalty. So unfortunate for him, because now he's not going to be a rear gunner for Judge up ahead. But can he use the superior top-end speed of that Dodge to make a move? He's gone for the move up the inside of both Hirogram and Leeds. But just couldn't get the power back down. I think he let off a little bit. I don't think he really meant to go for that move, but if you'd have gone for it, you made it stick. You didn't make any contact, Pickles. I would have. It was aggressive, but it would have worked. But, so that's probably given Judge just a little bit more room now with that little kerfuffle we had at the first chicane. Obviously, got about 2 seconds or so between first and second. Oh, Pickles has picked up another half-second penalty. So he's going to really drop off the back end of Hirogram and Leeds, and won't be into the clutches of Mocking. Mocking's a bit too far back at the moment. But if Pickles keeps on getting these half seconds, Mocking will be licking his lips. And Buzzer there, he's got a... Ooh, what's happened to Brucey? Brucey's had a mistake somewhere, because he's now back behind Turd and Fubuki. Sure what happened between them two. Golden Brownie in 11th. Looks like he's getting caught there from Midnight. Yeah, 2 seconds on the last lap. But back to the front. Leeds and Hirogram still fighting, and Pickles there, he's just dropped off with that half second. Oh, that's wide there for Hirogram. Will he pick up a penalty for that? I'm not too sure. On the exit of Parabolica, doesn't look like he's going to, but the time just definitely dropped off that time round for Hirogram and Leeds. Yeah, Judge, he's still in the 49s, so Judge is absolutely flying at the moment. He pulled what, 1.6 seconds just in one lap. So we did have that little incident with Pickles through the first chicane, but there's a little gaps now opening up between these front 4, well, these 3 really. Judge has already kind of checked out. It's just got to keep it clean as we are coming up to halfway of the race. Mocking there in 5th place. Just a few decent laps and he'll be on the rear end of Pickles up ahead of him. Buzzer there with a 1 second penalty. That's probably cutting one of the corners a bit too much, and that's going to drop him into the clutches of Fubuki now, who's got past Turd. So he's past both Mercedes. Oh, that's wide coming out there, but lucky the car didn't spin up and you end up in the barrier like JRC and Midnight. Looks like Turd and Anime are swapping positions. Not too sure why. Maybe Anime got a better drive coming out of Lesmo 2, and the Turd following his name wanted to be at the back of the group. Golden Brownie there. Okay, he's got back half to pace, and maybe had a penalty on lap 4, because he was pretty much exactly the same time as Midnight, but nowhere near the lap times of Judge here in first place, 49.4. Leeds 49.5, Hirogram 49.2. So yeah, they're keeping about the same pace same gap to Judge in front. Pickles 49.4 as well. Mocking there 49.6. A couple of attempts off from the guys in front. JRC, he's now picked up a 1 second penalty, so that wasn't 1 second, must be through the first chicane. Bazza's obviously now served that 1 second, and he has dropped back to Fubuki there in 8th place, but hasn't conceded a position, luckily, because what was the lap time? Yeah, 1.4 seconds. Bazza lost. Oh, well, he's picked up another half-second penalty as Bazza, so that's really going to drop him into the clutches now of Fubuki and the two Mercs behind. Because obviously JRC probably would have dropped into the clutches roughly of Bazza, or closer to Bazza. If second is 1 second, but obviously with Bazza with that half-second, he's not going to concede much time. I'm just having a look to see if there's any fights on track. There's not. So what I'm going to do is do a quick lap guide with the man in first, Judge. We'll do it from helmet cam as Judge takes the widest line out of Parabolica as you can as we cross the start finish line. Probably not the best time to jump on board, but we move on. He's got a nice gap there too. Leads in second place, coming down to the first chicane, about 125. You slam the anchors on, get it sort of stopped down into first gear, second gear for this Dodge to come out of here. Don't want to spin them tyres up too much on the rear. And then as we come round Curva Grande, this long sweeping right hander, just flat out all the way up towards the second chicane. We're about another 125 again for this one. Don't cut the corners too much because you will end up getting a half-second penalty. And about 50 metres here for Desmo 1, and then about 75 to 50 metres for Lesmo 2, depending on the car. Get that one turned in, get the power back down. Looks like Leeds is slightly caught up a little bit this lap round, moving from that exit of Parabolica the last time round. But under the oval of Monza, under the oval, and then in towards Ascari. This is left, right, left. It's probably one of the trickier corners on the track. As you get one bit wrong and that's it, it just tumbleweeds and you get even worse and worse coming onto the back straight here before Parabolica. About 100 metres, which there seems to go about 75 it seemed. Long sweeping right hander, and then just put the power down. Don't go as wide as you do last time, Judge. That's nicely done. That is a lap of Monza. What was Judge's lap time? 49.3, 49.1. So yeah, Leeds is very slowly catching that gap up to Judge in first place. I don't know if he's going to have enough time. We've got 5 minutes left, so another 3 laps to go for the checker flag. It starts to wave. Eurocram in third. Fat Pickle was there. He just set the fastest lap of the race, 48.6. Oh, 49.6. I was going to say Mocking set same as well, but no, he was a second slower that last time around. So Mocking there looks like he's just going to have to settle for 5th place unless any of the guys in front make a mistake and lose themselves a lot of time. JRC there in 6th. I think he's the same as Mocking, and he's just picked up himself another 1 second penalty. Bazza there, he's got Fubuki right behind him, and he's got Anime and Turd at the back. As we're coming through Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2, both got their wipers on. Have Bazza and Fubuki. So clearly trying to clear a bit more air off the bugs off the screen. Obviously this high speed, they're just going to absolutely splatter all over that windscreen. Don't think you'd need them on all the time, but clearly must be quite a few bugs in the air. James looked like he got wide coming out of Ascari there. So doesn't get a penalty midnight there. He's got past Golden Brownie. Golden Brownie just looking at the lap times, just hasn't got it for this race. At 50.7 in his fastest. So we jump back to the front. What was the lap times? 49.4, 48.6, 8 tenths caught up by Leeds on the last time. So yeah, Judge's tyre wear is pretty similar to the Jag. So unless Judge is just trying to make sure he doesn't pick up any penalties, doesn't want to lose this race from the pole. Ooh, nice little bunny hop there for Judge through the second chicane. But Leeds, he's got Hero Crown right on his tail. Hero Crown's just gone fast this lap as well. 48.614, 48.637. So these guys all fairly close. They can see Judge in front, so they are pushing like mad for this win. But obviously they've got to try and get past the Dodge in a straight line, which is going to be very tricky. But Leeds is still hanging on to this second spot in front of Hero Crown. As we come round, will this be last lap? I don't know. I don't think it will be, as we're coming round Parabolica. I think we might get another one. It's going to be close, I think. No, I think we will. This will be coming on to the last lap now. So as long as Judge can keep that gap to Leeds behind, 48.9, 49.3. So another 4 tenths gained from Leeds. Hero Crown another 48.6 right up the rear end of Leeds as we're coming into the first chicane. They're just dropping Pickles there in 4th place. Ooh, Judge gets a little bit tail happy coming out of the first chicane. That's going to allow Leeds to close that gap ever so slightly as we're coming round up towards the second chicane now. He's nearly half a second purple through the first sector. So unless Hero Crown's first sector was absolutely shocking. Oh, who's that with a 1 second? I can't see. It's Hero Crown. Oh, and Pickles has got a half second as well. He could have used that 1 second to potentially try and nab a third from Hero Crown. That's not going to be possible. So it's now just a race between Judge and Leeds for the win. Hero Crown's out of it, and so is Pickles with their penalties that they'll have to serve just after Ascari. Leeds are still purple. Jump on board with Judge as we come through. As long as Judge can nail the exit, it looks like he's going to have this one wrapped up. But yeah, Leeds isn't closing down fast enough as we're coming down this back straight towards the last corner for the last time. And Judge will come across to finish in first place. So a great win there for Judge, just ahead of Leeds in second. Hero Crown will come and finish in third. Fat Pickles in fourth. Mocking will finish in 5th place. JRC in 6th. Fubuki, he's got past Bazza for 7th place. Bazza will finish in 8th. Anime will finish in 9th. The Turd in 10th. Midnight in 11th. And Golden Brownie will come across to finish in 12th. With a nice little spin. And doesn't cross the line. Thank you all so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye bye.